The penultimate fixture of Week 10 in La Liga EA Sports was played at the Estadi Lluís Companys between Barcelona and Sevilla. Before kick-off, Lamine Yamal received his award for the La Liga Player of the Month for September, and then the late Johan Neeskens, the legendary Dutch midfielder, was remembered. He had passed away earlier on in the month at the age of 73. Gavi was among the substitutes for Barcelona. So too Olmo and Fermin returning from injury. So too Wojtek Szczesny, their new goalkeeper. The first clear chance of the night came for the away side. It was Dode Lukebakio in plenty of space and looking for his fourth goal of the season, which he couldn't find. Sevilla were without Nianzou through suspension, so Marcao came into the defence. There was an early shriek of pain from Isaac Romero, caught by Balde. Barcelona were soon on top, and they won a penalty when Rafinha was fouled in the box by Peque. The referee, De Burgos Bengochea, was right on top of it and had no doubts. So Robert Lewandowski had the opportunity to put Barcelona in front, and he took that opportunity, making it 1-0 on 23 minutes. This was his 11th goal of the league campaign, his 13th for Barcelona in all competitions, and he sent Ørjan Nyland, the Norwegian international goalkeeper, the wrong way and rolled it into the corner. And from that moment, it became a really tough night for Sevilla. They quickly conceded a second when Lamine cut the ball back towards Koundé, and it fell for Pedri, who finished emphatically. His third goal of the season, his first on home soil, and it made it 2-0 on 27 minutes. He had won possession, he'd started the move, and he'd continued his run and timed it beautifully. The ball came to him and he didn't hesitate. Excellent finish from the Canary Islander. He was just back from international duty with Spain, having played in both of their Nations League victories, one against Denmark, one against Serbia. And then it was Pau Cubarsí, another Spain international, who started this move. Lamine flicked the ball to Rafinha. Rafinha gave it inside to Lamine, who teed up Lewandowski, who was onside and denied by Nyland. What would have been a special Barcelona goal, a brilliant counter-attack that started on their own goal line. Nyland with an excellent save. And from the corner, Barcelona were able to score their third goal. It was Lewandowski, well positioned to divert Rafinha's shot beyond the goalkeeper 7 minutes before half-time. He had a look across to the assistant referee just to check if he was onside, and he was. Played on by Lucien Agoumet, and it was an instinctive finish, a poacher's finish from Lewandowski, who scored his 12th goal from 10 league matches this season. Some seriously impressive numbers. The last players to achieve that feat were Messi and Cristiano. Rafinha was playing brilliantly. He teed up Ansu Fati, and the ball came out towards Marc Casado. Ansu Fati was making his first start of the season And he came into the lineup late after an injury in the warm-up for Eric Garcia. It was then Sevilla's Chidera Ejuke, the Nigerian winger, who pulled up late on in the first half with a muscular injury. And he had to be replaced before half-time by Albert Sambi Lokonga. Lamine, just before the interval, had a chance to make it 4-0. Once again, it was Rafinha pulling the strings for Barcelona. And just before the break, there was some good defensive work by Lewandowski, who made this block from Isaac Romero, who is yet to score this season. At half-time, Suso came on for Sevilla. He replaced Peque. And 2 minutes after the interval, Lamine was denied a wonderful goal by Nieland. Outside of the boot magic from the 17-year-old. His effort heading towards the top corner. And once again, Lamine used the outside of his boot here. Tremendous pass for Rafinha, who was through and finished well. But up went the flag. Rafinha was offside, and this goal did not count. So it remained at this stage 3-0. Sevilla have not won a league match away at Barcelona since December 2002. And in the second half, despite their cushion, they went looking for more goals. Rafinha just wide, and then there was a possible penalty. In fact, the referee de Burgos Bengochea pointed to the spot. Foul by Cubarsí on Romero, but Isaac Romero was offside in the build-up, and so there was no penalty. There was a huge cheer when Gavi went to warm up for Barcelona. Returning from a ruptured cruciate ligament, 11 months out. And his moment would come. Before that, Pau Victor and Fermin Lopez came on for Barcelona. There was more bad news for Sevilla when half-time substitute Suso limped off with an injury, so he was replaced by So. Idumbo also came on for Sevilla, and it was Ansu Fati with this header meeting Pedri's cross, who very nearly scored his first goal of the season. Romero then released Belgian international Luque Bacchio, who finished really well with 17 minutes to play, but up went the flag. He was offside, so this didn't count. He is Sevilla's top goal scorer this season with 3. This was Lamine Yamal through on goal, tried to finish early. It was his last act before making way alongside Ansu with the introduction of Pablo Torre and Gerard Martin, and it would be a very good night for Barcelona's number 14. Torre coming off the bench to score 2 late goals. And this was his first, with the help of a deflection off Marcao. Teed up by Koundé, who was making his 100th appearance for Barcelona. And Barcelona were 4-0 up at this stage. A deflection on the pass, a deflection on the finish. It was a night when practically everything went against Sevilla. An excellent evening for the league leaders, and perhaps the biggest cheer of all came when Gavi made his entrance, replacing Pedri, with 6 minutes remaining and taking the captain's armband and returning after an 11-month absence. Really good news for Barcelona, who went looking for a 5th goal. Nilan denied Pau Victor, and then with the second effort it was fullback Balde who couldn't quite hit the target. So Barcelona move on to 27 points, 3 ahead of Real Madrid, who they face next week in El Clásico. Late on, Bade's long pass released teenager Stanis Idumbo, and the 19-year-old finished really well, registering his first goal in La Liga. Some consolation for Sevilla. An excellent finish beyond Iñaki Peña that made it 4-1. But there was still time for Barcelona to add the 5th. And it came from Torre with a free kick that eluded everybody. Íñigo Martínez tried to connect, he couldn't quite. It was so tricky for Niland, and it bounced beyond him. And Torre had his 2nd goal of the game. Barcelona had their 5th, and they registered their 9th victory from the opening 10 games. A really positive night in what is a big week with Bayern and then Real Madrid on the horizon. So it finished at Montjuic. Barcelona 5, Sevilla 1.